This is Transformers Dark of the Moon Cyberverse Sentinel Prime, and the figure is figure number 2, and it is part of the first wave of the Cyberverse Commander class, and it is my second figure beside from, well, it is actually my first Cyberverse figure beside from the preview pack Optimus Prime. And for those who are still undecided about which figure to get, I suggest getting this one first. It is very cheap. It costs you about $8 as Walmart. And if you are like me, you have a limited budget, and yeah, and you're still not sure, just get this one first, because the robot mode of this one really sold it for me. He was packaged with the robot mode inside the packaging, and very cool. I am still in the beginning of choosing, so you might want to get this one first, and the Cyberverse Optimus Prime that comes with a trailer. And that one I was recommended by Chef Frankie, and hopefully that one will work out great. So let me show you the packaging. I have likes and dislikes about the packaging. First of all, it's a little bit too fancy for me. I think that Hasbro should have just reduced the packaging a little bit and use that money on the actual figure, because this is what you're paying for. And for those who couldn't care less about the packaging, you still want to open your figure, and as long as the figure is good, that's where your money is worth it. But on the other side, for those who are mint-on car collector, definitely look great. You can take out the figure, play around with it a little bit, and then put it back in without hurting the packaging too much. Actually, without hurting the packaging. As you can see, it is still mint on mine here, and very nice. A lot of detail. You can see the earth in the background. Yep, and the level of transformation is a 1, so very easy. Here is what I'm talking about right here. He got some fantastic looking, extreme detail robot mode, and he got a very accurate art mode. I have to say that. So here is the a little paragraph, a little read up. If you wanna read that, you can pause the video. But there's no spoiler in there. That paragraph right there is what you kind of know already without watching the movie, but with this guy you can kind of guess. And with that paragraph right there, that is probably summed up all your guess. But anyway, the robot mode looks great, and let me show you what I liked about the figure. First of all, he has 2 accessories actually, and he has this double-bladed sword or machete, whatever you want to call it, and a really nice detailed looking shield. Okay, beside from the accessory, he has an awesome head sculpt. I don't think my camera can show that, but that's one of the things I hate about doing review of small figure, because the macro function on my camera just sucks. Anyway, and believe me, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this one in in store. What the head sculpt on this one has a extreme detail for a small figure, and it is very accurate. The face is painted silver. So, and the last one but not least, he has this cape that had 2 swivel joints there. So in my opinion, for those posing collector, I haven't seen anyone do this, but you can actually pose the cape. You can pose it onto the side like that. Let me see. Yeah, you can actually pose it like that, and it looks like his cape is being blown by the wind. I know I'm not making any sense, but it's actually, he looks very cool like that. Look at that. It looks like, yep, it looks like his cape is being blown to that side. Very nice. I know he's all robot and mechanics, but he's definitely look cool. So that's it. Well, that's it for the robot mode. And well, on to articulation. He has a well, actually no, he has a hinge on the head because of the transformation. There's a hinge on the right there, and there's a swivel at the shoulder. Actually, his shoulder has 3 joints: one hinge, one swivel, and a ball joint. Well, it's all because of transformation. He has a hinge on the elbow. No torso or waist articulation. He has a ball jointed hip, ball jointed knee, very articulated, and a hinge feet because of articulation. And let me remove the accessory. And in every review of this guy, I heard people talking about stretch mark on the finger, and actually I can see mine right now is a little bit white. But in my opinion, I think it's a good thing. You know, the first time I attach weapon onto his hand, it is very tight. So right now is, well, at least right now is loosened up a little bit, which is not too tight. So it's not it's not a bad thing, but let's hope the plastic doesn't break or anything. So that's that. So now let me walk you through the transformation. First of all, you're gonna turn the legs around, and you're gonna fold in his feet, and you're gonna join the two legs together to form the back part of the truck. And now you're gonna, well, from the front you have to straighten out his arm like that and fold it up like that, and you have to swivel this to the front. And I mean, for the cape, you kind of, well, this is how I do it, because in the with the instruction they just tell you to fold it up like that. But in my opinion, just fold the two cape all the way up like that and fold it out like that. You know, this gives you a lot of clearance, well, for you to fold in the arm and attach to the leg. The instruction doesn't tell you to do that, but this is just a personal opinion here. So you might wanna fold in the front part of the truck and push the arm down and attach to that. Same thing with the other side. And as you can see, it gives you a lot of clearance. And you might wanna fold down this panel, which is part of the cape, and just leave it like that for now. And the shield, as you can see, it's really neat piece. I had to say, it's actually part of the roof, and this is the water hole, but it's fold out and become a shield, which is really nice. So you might wanna untap the water hole, and you might wanna swivel it to the front, and this bottom part you wanna fold it in half, and it is part of the roof right there. You wanna just leave it like that, and you kind of have to sandwich this thing in between the two pieces of the cape. And you can just well, it had tab and slot, so you can just secure it in place. So very nice. And with the sword, just store it underneath the truck. Well, with the leader class, you actually store the shield underneath and the sword inside here, but with this one is the other way around. So now you have Sentinel Prime in the in his art mode, which is the Rosenbauer fire trucks. Very neat, very cool. Actually rolls very well, and you can see Autobots symbol right there, and the Rosenbauer logo. I don't know what the 316 is. I mean, does it have anything to do with the Bible? Anyway, it is a really neat transformation and a really neat art mode. Again, I am falling in love with this one. If you haven't gotten any figure from the line yet, this is the one to start. And if you love Sentinel Prime even more, go for the leader class figure. But if you think that one is a little bit too expensive, you can always wait for a sale or a discount. But limited budget people like me, go ahead and get this one. I highly recommend it. You can find this one at either your Walmart, Target, or Toys R Us. But the cheapest retail that you will get this figure is Walmart. So if you love this one, go ahead and get Sentinel Prime. And thanks for watching.